Here we are, Womanity. Not to my everybody, it's James Thomas from Work here. I think I'm still within my 2 week period. I said 2 weeks ago that I'd actually shoot a video over 2 weeks to talk about Waiapa. This week is a pretty powerful week from an Earth energy perspective. Tonight we have a full moon. I'm not a big astrologer. I'm not big into astrology, but I'm very acutely aware that planetary cycles, moon cycles. Tonight's a full moon. The way we epileptically go around the sun has an impact on us. It does. Science says so. Ancient cultures and stories say so. So, we've got the full moon tonight, and then we've got, or if you're in the northern hemisphere, you've got a new moon tonight. So excited. We've got our first ever international practitioner training up from the US, which is so amazing because we can have these yin and yang conversations about, especially about the moon. There's a new moon in the northern hemisphere, but how differently the moon waxes in the northern hemisphere. It waxes on the right, not on the left. Some great stories about that. But also we have the equinox. We often call it the spring equinox, but it is the same amount of daylight and darkness. So energetically, there's going to be a shift. Obviously there was a shift from winter every day. There was about roughly 6 seconds of daylight more every day from the winter solstice. But from the equinox, definitely there's going to be this shift that's happening. I was going to take you outside and show you the trees. I'm really in love with the trees at the moment, and the birds, the trees and the birds. So this time of year, that equinox leading up to the summer solstice, everything is in flower. What I'll do is I'll go around when it stops raining. I could put a raincoat on, but I won't, and take some photos. On our property here, we've got both obviously native trees, roughly 33 acres of native trees, and probably about 2 acres of introduced trees, fruit trees, but just other trees that are not native to Australia, but they're starting to flower, and the birds and the bees are really digging them. They're really, really enjoying them at the moment. So I could actually take in a bit of a stroll. It's stopped raining now. I have gratitude for the rain. Doesn't mean that, I don't mind getting wet either, and I don't mind being cold, so I need to take you on a bit of a walk and show you some of the trees. So what I'm really enjoying, again, also, if you follow our socials, that we actually have here in Australia, we have some beautiful bird species. The possums were out last night, really getting stuck into the flowers on the trees. And the awakening, what we generally call spring, the awakening, like these little purple flowers here behind me, they're not native, but they're amazing. This Boronia here is absolutely going off. You see that? One of my favourite native plants is, well, I actually had a botanist up here, someone who works in a nursery, he could be a botanist. We've actually got a really rare tree on our property here in East Gippsland. This one here, and it's a curly acacia, I think that's what he called it. But it's quite rare. But up here, if you can see in this tree up here, we've actually got climbing clematis. It's a creeper. It has this beautiful white flower. It's awesome, I love it. Quite a lot of weeds on the property that we're addressing with land care. But there's these massive, big, beautiful patches of non-native flowers that, I don't know, I know they don't belong here, but I feel like they should stay here. I guess it's the balance, the reconciliation, not letting it take over too much of the natural environment, because that's what native animals have. Oh, look over here, it's amazing. Have the austral, I can't remember what it was called, this beautiful purple flower down here. I don't even know half the flowers. When I was a park ranger 30 years ago, I used to know all these flowers, all these tree species. This is where our chook shed's going to be. This beautiful flowering plant tree here. This is where our chickens are going to live, in here, little chook shed. So yeah, you know, connecting to the seasons, and since moving home, watching the cycles. We've got a bird species here called the spiny bill honey eater, and he was here when we moved here, and then over winter they left, and I was like, oh, I was a bit sad. Then now they're back, summertime, springtime, and this is one of my favourites. Shouldn't have favourites, should I? One that I appreciate. It's this beautiful blossoming fruit tree here. You know, again, some more natives down the back. I'll show you a little bit of an update. You saw the snake on one of our videos. We actually had our first harvest from our veggie patch the other day. Over here we have an amazing native species, the wattle here blooming. So I've really been connecting to, of the 14 elements, trees and birds lately. I don't know why. Here's our lemon tree. Need to start picking some lemons for juices. We have hot lemon water every day. It's really good for you. Yeah, so I've been really connecting to those two elements. You know, I've got gratitude for all 14 elements. You know, we're very lucky to have kangaroos and wombats and possums here. Down the bottom of the hill we've got the river, water elements down there. The sun obviously has come out up there, burn your retinas out. More fruit trees, little mandarins there. But yeah, for some reason the birds just down here, there's little fantails. I love this grevillea. There's a couple of species of grevillea here, just absolutely beautiful at the moment. And the honeybirds are just loving them, just really connecting to them. So yeah, I just wanted to post a video, not because I said I would, but just to share, I guess, my journey of connectivity, talk about different things that are Waiyapa related, because everything is connected. That's what Waiyapa means in Pequodong, in my grandmother's language and my children's language, means connection. And Gonai is Bunyabak. So, you know, it is that, what does it mean to you? And, you know, every 2 weeks, we're going to have seasonal changes, you know, and I want to yarn about that. Want to yarn about how we're we are mindfully moving through the transition and to be a lot more, I guess, earth aware in our daily decisions. You know, obviously putting in vegetable gardens, putting in herb gardens. It's a reduction. It's a reduction of our footprint. You know, no plastics needed there. You know, we've got a long way to go. We acknowledge that. We acknowledge that there are a lot of people out there being more, I guess, in their daily actions, more beneficial for Mother Earth. But, you know, again, this is the thing, guys. It's not about, this is the magical things you have to do to be an Earth custodian. The magical thing that you can do to be an Earth custodian is to be mindful that every day you are having an impact, and how that impact can be lessened by your mindful choices that are beneficial for Mother Earth, for all the plant and tree species, and for all the animal species, whether they be flying in the air, whether they be living on the land, or whether they live in the water, or both. So yeah, so I just wanted to post this video just to let you know how I'm feeling at the moment. I've had a bit of a sore back, working on the property. It's a big property, there's a lot of work to be done. Was doing too much the other day and twisted my back, and so yeah, I'm sort of leaning into that. I want to get into doing a lot more here, but I'm also mindful I've got to look after myself. We're not getting any younger. And yeah, so had some acupuncture, going to a chiro today, and feeling a lot better though. Feeling a lot better, which is good. Anyway, enough about me. I just want to wish you all an amazing week. Full moon tonight, so release what isn't serving you, and also celebrate the seasonal changes, the shifts as we start to move into warmer weather with spring. Be aware of all the plants flowering, the pollination processes with the bees and all the wind. You know, the new life. You know, we've got little ducks and cygnets and the swans, and you know, all things are procreating and having their babies in springtime, majority. So yeah, get out and enjoy and appreciate the wonderment of Mother Earth and all living things out there. So have a great fortnight. Jump on our socials, we'll be posting stuff here and there. And if you're watching this and you feel like jumping on to our immersion tomorrow night, there's still places left there. And if you're thinking about doing or becoming a practitioner, Sarah and I will be running a diploma in November. So check out those dates on our website, wiper.com. Peace out, guys. Won't make it a long one because I don't want you to spend too much time on social media. Yeah, have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Kia ora.